Good morning, y'all. I almost forgot to do this. It's been a very busy week for me. I live in an apartment complex, and they were having a state inspection, so we've had people in and out all week. AC's freezing up, flooding up. Our upstairs neighbors flooded into our apartment. Oh, it's just been a crazy, crazy, crazy week. And my 6-year-old has been sleepwalking. Oh my goodness, we thought maybe he'd outgrown it, but he started it again. But I wanted to get the fun freaking facts out today for Friday about keto. And I'm going to try and make this quick. It was last week about my 3 of my kids being approved by their pediatrician to be on keto because they were doing good already on it. And this week is about my run-in with an ER doctor. Good or bad? I'll let you decide. I know my experience, I was freaked out about it. Sorry, mommy duties, but joys of being mama bear. But a couple weeks ago in June, I woke up, went to bed fine, woke up, and my cheek was swollen, as you can see by the thumbnail. I had a very bad infection. I knew something would probably happen because I hadn't been able to get to the dentist. A tooth of mine from when I was little had a cavity, and it was filled. Well, the cavity came out, so a piece of my tooth broke. And it wasn't sore, wasn't nothing. It was actually, it was okay. And I woke up one morning in June, and I had a golf ball sitting on my cheek. Couldn't really talk, couldn't hit anything. And then the pain later on started, and I called my husband and told him, I gotta go. I can't deal with this. My doctor moved an hour and a half away from here. They couldn't see me for 3 days. So they told me to go to the ER and urgent care. Well, our urgent care wasn't open at that point in time, so I had to go to the ER. And I'm telling him, what am I going to do? How do I explain keto? And he's like, well, hon, he's a doctor, or she's a doctor, and they've probably heard of it before. So, okay. I was like, whatever, I'll just deal with it. And they got the doctor in there pretty good quickly because they wanted to make sure that the infection or whatever's wrong was not like one of the nerves in your cheek, because sometimes they can get inflamed or pinched or something, and then you have to go in and do a surgery on it. And nope, he was able to pry my mouth open a little bit. You could see the infection down in here. It had gotten down in my gum down in here. My throat was all swollen. And the reason why it was so sore was it had reached my nerves in my cheek. So it was just horrific. It locked all this up. So I couldn't eat, couldn't hardly talk or anything. But he was very kind of worried about my blood pressure. My blood pressure was up a little bit, it was 170s. And I'm sitting there thinking, if I went in much pain as I was in, your blood pressure would be up too. But I didn't say anything because I really couldn't say anything. But he looks at me and he's like, well, you're allergic to penicillin? I was like, yes. He's like, so with the medication I got to put you on, you got to take 3 pills every 6 hours. Even you got to get up in the middle of the night and you have to eat with it because it's a very strong antibiotic. And I said, okay, fine, whatever. And he's like, well, the types of foods, anything soft. My 2-year-olds want me. But he's like, soft foods, anything you can get in, mashed potatoes, anything like that. I'm kind of looked at him. He goes, what? I said, I don't eat that. He goes, oh, you're vegan. He goes, bananas, whip up the fruit, vegetables for smoothies. And I'm like, I don't eat that either. I said, I do eat the vegetables, but I don't eat the fruit. And he looks at me, he goes, oh, okay, what do you eat? And I said, oh, forget it. I'm keto. I lead a ketogenic life. And the nurse threw her papers up, guys. And she's like, yay. And I'm like, what? And she goes, he started me on keto 6 weeks ago, and I've dropped 22 pounds. And he goes, I teach keto, vegan, carnivore, high protein, high fat, those 4 as the kind he teaches. His wife is a chiropractor, and he goes and teaches a clinic 3 days a week at her chiropractor thing, teaching keto. When I was beyond freaked out, like, oh my gosh, I got a doctor that teaches keto, so he knows about it. He's been on keto, he said 8 years. going on 9 years. His wife had been on keto 6 years. She dropped 80 something pounds. He dropped 90 something pounds. And so he was able to teach what he taught or what he learned. And so it was, I just blown smoke out of his butt is what he said. I'm sorry, those are his words, not mine. So he goes, this is what we're going to do. He walked out, came back in, and we're putting you on a 10-day liquid diet. The liquid diet will help you heal your body better. And guys, it worked. I mean, I didn't have to break my no sweetener, artificial sweetener challenge with Alma Keto Meets Menopause. And I had to tell her, they told me I needed to break it down and have something besides just all the saltiness, like with some sugar-free Jello. And I really didn't want to, but I did because my body actually thanked me for that. And I was able to stay on the 10-day liquid diet, and my body healed, guys. And not only did it heal the infection in my mouth along with the antibiotics and stuff, but it switched my body back into gear of losing weight again. And you'll have to go and look at my weight loss thing from last week. I know for 6 weeks I showed it. I was floored. And he also, I got a free consultation from him because he was able to help me readjust my fats and my calories and give me some tips on what to do. And that'll be another video because